Coming up in this episode of the Theme Park News Show, we take a first look at a new extreme spinning coaster coming to Belgium. Along with that, I share news on the closure of an iconic roller coaster in Australia and much more. It's Friday the 24th of October 2019 and this is the Theme Park News Show. I'm Sean Sandbrook and welcome to the Theme Park News Show. As it has been over the past couple of weeks, it's been another busy one for new vlogs here on our YouTube channel. It's been a really nice mix between videos from our trip to Florida and also Halloween vlogs as well. And I hope you've enjoyed that variety. Of course, it's meant that stuff hasn't really gone online in order, but it's kept a nice mix between the different vlogs going online. Normally at this time of year, it's always been very Halloween focused. However, after feedback from last year, I've tried to keep it nice and mixed, and it's been perfect really doing the Florida trip and also putting videos out from Halloween as well. That's set to continue over the next week or so. In fact, the final vlogs from me and Charlotte's awesome trip to Florida will be coming online over the next few days, so stay tuned for those. They'll all be on by the time of next Friday's episode. Along with that, there'll be a couple of Halloween videos thrown in there as well, so make sure you check those out. Anyway, lots to talk about this week, so it's time for news on the tracks. Straight in there then with the first piece of theme park news this week, and that comes from Plopsaland de Pan in Belgium. They've announced that they're planning on opening a new roller coaster in 2021. Now originally they were going to open one in 2022, however they've brought that forward as they're going to be opening a new family area for 2022. Very exciting, isn't it? In terms of the coaster, what they're going to be building, it's set to be a Mack Rides extreme spinning coaster. So I'm really looking forward to this. Plopsaland de Pan is not that far away from us at all here in the UK. Really nice and easy to drive out to there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this opening in only a couple of years. Really exciting. So the ride itself, you may have seen Time Traveller at Silver Dollar City over in the USA. I actually went on that earlier this year. Brilliant roller coaster, really quite thrilling actually, and it had a really good layout. In terms of this coaster, what's going to be coming into Plopsaland, it's only going to be the second one of that type of coaster, so that's really exciting to see. Let's have a little look at the layout then for this Mack Ride Extreme Spinning Coaster. Starting off there with a bit of an overview so you can see where it's going to be located in the park. Anyone that knows Plopsaland de Pan will know that's more towards the centre of the park, near to another attraction, also from Mack Rides. They've got Super Splash in there as well. So it's going to interact quite nicely with that, all the pathways around there, and of course the lake as well that attraction is based on. So I think it'll be a really nice addition just looking at that sort of overview there. Some other different angles there give you more of an idea on the height of this. Looking at around 85 feet for this coaster. It's going to feature 2 launches, multiple inversions, and as you can see there, it looks like it's got a reasonably good layout. You know, I wouldn't say it's ridiculously long, but it just looks like it's got a nice solid layout. And is that a banana roll in there as well you can spot? Certainly looks like it. I mean, that's quite a unique element, but yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this one. I think it'll be a really nice addition to the park. They've already got another thrill ride. That's a Nubis the ride, which is a little Gerstlauer coaster that they've got that's got a fantastic, real snappy launch and some great inversions on there. So this will be a fantastic addition for them. Another step up in terms of quality. Of course, they've got the little GCI coaster there as well, Heidi the Ride. They've got some really good stuff at Plopsaland, and it's good to see them moving forward with something even bigger, an investment of 15 million euros in this ride. A theme is not yet known for it, however, I'm sure it'll feature some large themed items, much like the other rides at Plopsaland de Pan, and I look forward to following it more here on Theme Park Worldwide. Let me know your thoughts on this new coaster coming in 2021 down below in the video comments. Moving on then to a bit of a surprise from Europa Park this week, as Snorri Touring, that new dark ride located underneath the Scandinavia area that's been completely rebuilt after the fire, has actually soft opened. This has come as a big surprise because Europa Park actually said it's going to launch on the first day of the winter season, which is the 23rd of November 2019. But yes, instead of launching it on that day, they're actually sort of soft opening it first, but they'll still have an official opening ceremony for the ride then. But in terms of having a ride on it, if you are going to Europa Park over the next couple of weeks, then you should be able to have a ride on it. It's been soft opening from around 12 o'clock, and they have said that, you know, obviously that is likely to change, hence why it is a soft opening. It does mean they can close it at any time, but yeah, like they've gone for an extended testing phase. I'd say that's mainly because of the ride system. I was having a little look at it, and it seems like, you know, the ride vehicles tend to be stacking up a little bit throughout the layout. Features a lot of theme, and it's a tracked dart ride, but then it's got like a video screen dome at the end, and there's two of those, but you can actually see the other ride vehicle in there. So I think there's some work to be done, but that's why they do these soft openings. It's to sort of work out all the kinks and problems, and hopefully they'll get that sorted out, ready for its official opening ceremony, which will be on the 23rd of November. But yeah, it's an extensive test phase at the moment, but from videos I've seen and photos, looks like some really nice set pieces. Of course, it's all based on Snorri and the mascot, of course, of Rulantica, the new water park opening next month as part of Europa Park, their biggest investments ever. So they wanted to sort of put this ride into Scandinavia. It's a bonus ride, what that obviously wasn't there before the fire. So they've put this in, and it kind of works as a way of promoting the water park as well, and getting like visitors at the park, especially the kids, sort of familiar to the characters that they're going to meet at the water park. So really like the idea of it, and I think it looks like a really nice addition to Europa Park. It's a shorter dart ride, it's about 3 minutes, but still, you know, I think it'll be a really nice addition, and I can't wait to ride it at some point in the future. Our next piece of theme park news comes from Dreamworld over in Australia, as they've announced that Tower of Terror 2 is set to operate for the last time on the 3rd of November 2019. Come as a big shock, this one, really wasn't expecting it, and you've got literally just over a week to go until it closes, and they've just announced it, but at least they have gave people time to go out there and go and ride it. Unfortunately, for me being in the UK, it's all the way at the other side of the world, and it was a big bucket list coaster for me. I would have loved to have gone out there and had a ride on this before it closed. I wish they gave it a little bit more time, really, but it's one of them things, at least it gave us a warning that it is closing. But this is such an iconic coaster out there. Only 2 of these Intamin reverse freefall coasters have ever been built. The other one I have been on. Let's talk more about Tower of Terror 2 for a moment. So in 1997, this opened as the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world, standing at 377 feet, and also the first coaster to reach 100 miles an hour. An iconic ride. It opened just a few months before Superman The Escape, which is the other one of these rides. There's only ever 2 being built by Intamin, and yeah, that's out at Six Flags Magic Mountain in California. But yeah, I can't believe that this is going to be closing. You know, like I say, you've got until the 3rd of November to go there and ride it. This sort of ride has also got a drop tower on the side as well, so it's got the giant drop. That is going to be staying operating, but the park have said that the coaster's coming out for future development in the park. I also suspect it's kind of due to reliability and maintenance as well. I know a few people who've actually been there and they've said that the coaster, you know, it's a bit unreliable. I imagine it costs a lot to maintain, so the park have made the choice and thought, you know what, let's remove it. But seems crazy because it's such a massive ride for them, but I can understand it being a bit of a maintenance nightmare. But it's had a good run. It opened in 1997, like I say, so it's done over 20 years, which is good. You know, but it's just crazy to think that it's coming out. Such a big iconic bucket list coaster that I really wanted to get on at some point. But yes, this Intamin reverse freefall coaster is going to be closing. They're keeping the drop tower, but the track will be removed in stages to allow for future developments. Now, like I say, you know, with this, there is another one out there at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Does it mean that we could maybe be seeing that go in the future? Of course, they're not owned by the same company or anything like that, but you know, leaving just one of them rides out there, I really hope that Six Flags try and preserve it and keep it going, because it's a really iconic ride. It's also got a drop tower on the side as well of that, which I'm not a big fan of, but you know, in terms of the ride itself, Superman Escape from Krypton as it's known, It's an absolutely excellent coaster, one of my favourites actually. So yeah, I'd be gutted to lose that as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this. It's crazy, big announcement from them. Just another bit of history of the ride there that I forgot to mention. It originally opened as Tower of Terror, and then it got changed into Tower of Terror 2, like in the late 2010s, something like that it was done. And basically the ride used to sort of launch out and up the tower and you'd face forwards, but then they changed it so you went backwards, face first. And they did the same actually on Superman the Escape, and that's when it changed to Escape from Krypton. So both of the rides have sort of followed on from each other quite a lot. Let's hope that Superman does not follow on with the theme of Tower of Terror 2 and get removed, because I'd be gutted. It's a great ride. The park itself though are putting in a new launch coaster. It's a near clone of Blue Fire. It's actually got like a spike on there as well, a little bit of a different layout, but it does feature the launch and the same sort of inversions following after that in the layout. And yeah, that's going to be opening in 2020, so at least they've got another launch coaster going in. It's going to be nowhere near the same though as going up that big tower, and you know, honestly, it's such a shame that it's closing. I can only imagine what that's like. Of course, I've done Superman, but you know, I would love to have gone on that. A big bucket list ride for me, and I'm gutted that it's closing. Let me know your thoughts down below in the video comments. Last chance to ride Tower of Terror 2, November the 3rd, 2019. Moving on, I've got a couple of different construction updates to share with you all, starting off with Pantheon at Busch Gardens Williamsburg. As I'm talking about this, I'll put a few pictures on your screen. Starting off there with a look at one of the inversions that's now been installed on this new Intamin Blitz coaster opening in 2020. Looking forward to riding this at some point in the future. Really enjoyed Busch Gardens Williamsburg when we went there earlier this year for the first time as part of our USA road trip. And yeah, we saw all the groundwork taking place, and of course, we can now see the track is starting to go in. Along with that as well, you can see another angle there, looking at the inversions. And then of course, following on from that, you can see how some more supports have gone in place for this new coaster that will feature over 3,300 feet of track. Like I say, it's an Intamin Blitz. They do some great rides in Intamin. I reckon it's going to pack a real punch and be a really nice addition to the park. And I look forward to seeing what theming we get all around it as well. At the moment, it's a big open construction area. I'm really hoping that, of course, once it's complete, they start to bring in some more theming and planting and make it really fit with the rest of the park. I'm sure they will do. This is Busch Gardens Williamsburg. They do some great theming there and lovely themed areas, and I look forward to seeing it when it's complete. Finally then, I've got an update for you on the 10 inversion coaster coming to Flamingo Land next year here in the UK. Here's a few different construction images, starting off there with a look inside the station building. You can see there a few of the supports and a track piece are already in place, and you can see there as well some of the footers ready for the rest of the track and supports to be put onto. Just outside there you can see a bit of groundwork taking place as well, ready for some other parts of the coaster. And also that there in that image, you can see a building that's been erected. Looks like that might be for the maintenance area and storage. And you can see some supports and ready for the track just out the front there as well. So yeah, it's coming on nicely now. RCS are actually building that coaster as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing it when it's complete. And yeah, riding that in 2020 at Flamingo Land. Where am I? So welcome to Where Am I? Let's start off by taking a look at the zoomed in image from last week. Where was I in that? Let's have a zoomed out image then. And there I am outside the roller coaster that I can't pronounce. It's Tweestride or something along those lines. I don't know, my pronunciation's terrible. Wildlands Adventure Zoo in the Netherlands. So well done to anybody who got that one right. Nice little coaster that. It's like a dueling Vekoma Junior boomerang. Really nice coaster, some good theming, nice soundtrack. Really do like it. But here we go. Let's have another zoomed in image for you all this week. There we go. Where am I in that? Comment down below and I'll reveal it in next Friday's episode here on Theme Park Worldwide. So it's time for the final segment of this week's episode. As always, it's your theme park moments. The part of the show where you can send in an on-ride photo that you've bought and want to share it with everyone, or also like you've done a selfie out front of your favourite ride, anything theme park related, or whether you've got a special occasion or birthday shout out, whatever it is like that, get it sent in to us via our social media, either on Instagram or on Facebook. Send it in as a private message and then we'll put it in for next Friday's episode. Let's have a look then at what's been sent in for this week. Starting off with Alfie with a Wallace and Gromit on-ride photo. Moving on, we've got Joey with a Room on the Broom photo there. Following on from that, we've got James at Tully's. Hope you had an awesome evening. We've got Raven and Sam at Dollywood. Very spooky there. We've got Tyler and Gemma at Bottom's Pleasure Beach just there. And following on from that, we've got Mark, who had a photo with me and Charlotte. Up next then, we've got Dennis at Chessington. And then following on from that, we've got Owen and Ewan, who had a picture with Alex. Up next, we've got Dal with a stealth on-ride photo. And following that, Aidan at Alton Towers. Up next, we've got Chris and Christine at Gardaland, and they are wearing the Theme Park Worldwide shirts there. I love it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. And of course, if you do want some t-shirts like that, check down below, because you should see links there to our merchandise. Following on from that, we've got Jenny and her dad at Chessington. And then we've got Cameron on the Smiler just there as well. Moving on, we've got Imogen and Mark at Legoland. And up next, we've got Owen and Dave on Wildfire. Hope you had an awesome ride. And they got Michael with a Zardra on-ride photo from Energylandia. Up next, we've got Alex outside Tower of Terror. And then we've got Michael at Portaventura. Hope you had an awesome time. Jonathan's up next with a Saw on-ride photo. And then we've got Darcy, Ellie and Ava at Alton Towers. And then we've got Harry, who had a picture with me and Charlotte. And then we've got Grady and Hal at Alton Towers there as well. Hope you had an awesome time. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong there. You know what I'm like, my pronunciation's awful. Should have worked that out just from Where Am I? Moving on then, we've got Oliver and Heidi who had a photo there with me. Up next, we've got Zach who had a photo with me there as well. If you do see me at the parks, come over and say hello. I don't bite. Come and have a selfie or a quick chat. It's always nice to meet people that watch the channel. Moving on from that, we've got Liam at Portaventura. And then we've got Lewis, who had a photo there with me, Harry, and also Lee there as well, all on separate occasions. Love it. Great that you got to meet us. Then we've got Kieran, who had a photo with me just there, and is also wearing a Screen Park Worldwide shirt. So thank you for sending that one in. We've got Kay up next, who had a photo there with me. And we've got Amy and James, who had a photo with me there as well. Moving on, we've got Gavin at Alton Towers. Last couple of photos now, we've got Ian on Stealth at Thorpe Park and Finley at Alton Towers there as well. Moving on then, we've got the birthdays. A happy 14th birthday to Tommy, 17th birthday to Max, and also happy birthdays to Lewis, Parker and Tony. Hope you all have a fantastic time from both me, Charlotte and everyone here at Theme Park Worldwide. So there we go, we have reached the end of this week's episode. I'll be back next Friday at 5 with a brand new episode of the Theme Park News Show here on Theme Park Worldwide. That means it's time to cue those credits. See you next week.